Good to have you here today. I am Sarah Sabin, Transformational Leadership Coach, and today I am welcoming Colin Towers, who has just finished my 6-month transformational coaching program. So, Colin, thank you for joining me this morning, and could you tell my listeners a little bit about who you are and what you do?
So my name's Colin Towers. I'm the director of two businesses. One is called Towers Associates, which relates to IT transformation, specifically for the cloud, for major multinational organizations. I have another business I'm also director of called Packhorse, which is a media activation as a service platform, enabling advertisers to take control of their media spend, specifically around all things to do with video and TV.
Okay, thank you very much. And as you can probably tell from listening to Colin, he's a very busy chap because he has not one, but two businesses. So Colin, why did you want to do coaching with me?
I felt it was really important embarking on a new chapter in my professional life and my personal life to have some support, frankly, to have a time to reflect, to have someone to really help guide me through and channel my thoughts and give me direction going forwards. And that's very much why I found my time with Sarah so helpful.
Awesome. And what did you love most about working with me?
Really, it's been fantastic to every fortnight have a chance to sort of sit back and see where I'm going. It's almost been very therapeutic in a way. It's felt like having somebody in my corner, someone who's very able to objectively point out, where I'm headed, what I'm doing, and help me wrestle and channel what I need to be doing for the next 2 weeks. So it's found it to be very supportive in that manner.
And what did you learn about yourself during the process?
I learned a lot that, really I need to think more about structure, how to effectively use my time, how to keep an eye on the bigger picture, look over the horizon, but then distill that down into what I'm trying to do in the medium term, but really focus on what do I need to achieve in the next 2 weeks. And what I've learned is that by being able to, keep the big picture in mind, but then focus on the next hurdle or the next couple hurdles that I must cross, I can really achieve much more because it gave me great focus. And that's the focus that has really helped me, launch and establish these two businesses. So what I've learned is that I need that focus, and I need to sometimes stop worrying about the bigger picture and really, knuckle down, be supportive, and cross those next hurdles.
Yes, and I think crossing the hurdles and learning to focus in light of the bigger picture is important because it's really easy to lose sight of that bigger picture when you're just in the detail and on the treadmill with, trying to run these two businesses.
Absolutely.
So could you tell me your top 3 tangible results that you feel you achieved from working with me?
Well, for both businesses, we've really progressed dramatically over the last 6 months. So, I think, the number one benefit is that, by having that focus, having that support, having that time to reflect, I've been able to solve problems that have really enabled us to progress to the next stage. I think the second thing is that actually it's changed the way I think about how I, look after these companies, how I control my time, how I support the teams. And the third is it's really made me realize that I do need to put time in my diary to reflect, to sometimes, go for a walk, think about what it is that's bothering me in the back of my mind and what do I need to do to address that. So it's been very much a reprogramming exercise for me that's been so beneficial. And I think it's all those things that comes together that has been the reward from the investment in my time with Sarah that's really paying off and will continue to pay off in the future.
And I think, that dealing with emotions head on is important in order to make rational decisions, because the best decisions come from an understanding of where you are emotionally so that you can choose to either acknowledge or set aside those emotions in order to make the best decision. So coming on to the non-tangible results, and those are things like, for example, an improvement in confidence, less anxiety, etc. What would you say are the top 3 intangible benefits that you found from working with me?
Well, I think by virtue of being able to sort of get on top of the challenges that you're facing, I found a huge reduction in my anxiety levels. The reduction in the anxiety and a feeling of being able to cope with situations better, also provides confidence. And I think also sometimes trying to spend that time aligning your personal goals with your business goals, and addressing these and making sure they are symbiotic to each other has frankly made me a happier person. And I think all of this comes from that feeling of being supported, having some guidance, and having that time to reflect and set off for the next 2 weeks in the right direction. So, a really positive experience all round.
Awesome. I always love to hear people saying that they are happier as an intangible result, because again, it's something we tend to forget when we're busy and on the treadmill and trying to build businesses. So
I think it would be the classic work-life balance, and if we're only here for a short time, so what's the point in being unhappy? We need to do things that do make us happy, and if we are happy, we'll tend to work harder and smarter. So we shouldn't lose sight of the fact that we all want to live in a productive, happy space, and when you're there, you can do more.
100%, 100%. People forget that you actually produce better quality work when you are happy.
Absolutely.
Okay, so last question really, for anyone on the fence about coaching, and I say this because I tend to work with solely extremely busy people. What would you say is important for anyone on the fence to know about me and to think about when considering whether to start a coaching program?
So I think there's probably a bit of a misconception around coaching. I think we could all do with a friend and a support structure. We can all do with making time to have someone be our sounding board, to sort of almost hold a mirror up to ourselves. Sarah's been great. You've been great doing that. This has felt, dare I say it, like half a therapy session and half a sort of professional coaching session. And both of those have been completely necessary for me. It took me a few sessions to get into them, but once I sort of got stuck in and bought into it, I really started to realize the benefits. I think it's a classic case of what have you got to lose? You're only going to benefit from this. It is worth finding the time. It is worth making the investment. You owe it to yourself. You owe it to your businesses. And I think Sarah is absolutely world class, and I would highly recommend at least giving it a go, and you might well be surprised.
Thank you very much, Colin. It's been a pleasure to talk to you today, and take care and goodbye.